Yeah, I know, because I was going to start listing them out. Did you know this? And hi, welcome. Happy Wednesday. Welcome to the Dragon's Lair. I'm your host, Kai, with my co-host, TFG1Mike of GeekCast Radio Network. And guess what?
Wait. GeekCast Radio News Network? No,
yeah, I'm going to call it. I changed it for you. I want to see if you caught it.
Hell no.
So is it raining over there?
I don't know.
Well, you're part of the news now.
Yeah,
ABC. Oh man.
No.
Happy hump day, everybody. We had to restart because
he flucked up. F-L-U-C-K.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
Flock, whatever you want to say.
I couldn't believe I did that. I'm like, oh,
yeah, I couldn't
Mike's
believe you
open.
did that either.
I was like, worse than, I can't believe it's not butter.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's the thing. So today's talk show.
And it was like, you was shaking bacon. I helped.
Got the need for speed.
That's right.
So yeah, that was funny. So we had to reset this whole thing up. I'm like, oh no. I'm like, oh no.
You and your island in the middle of winter.
Yeah, I left my island. Orc says, oh my god, instead of your damn background, he goes, give me something. So I said, okay. So I made this beautiful tropical resort island. It's nice. Well, you're sitting there, sweating your balls off or freezing to death, depending on whatever it decides it wants to be. I'm in a steady.
We should just do the show like this. We should just do the show like this the whole fucking night.
I'm sitting in a nice tropical area, getting sun on me. There's a nice, cool ocean breeze. You can hear the sound of the ocean. And it's like,
I'm not hearing the sound of the ocean, but
you have to hear the sound of bullshit too somewhere. But wait. Money talks and bullshit walks. There you go.
There you go.
So anyway, there you go. Thug life just for Mike, since I'm on the beach and he is not.
No.
Yeah. That's problematic for Mike.
Yeah, too much sand.
No, it ain't.
Yes, it is,
dude. Just jump in the freaking water. Don't you know how to swim?
Yeah, I know how to swim.
Okay, then just jump in the freaking. Oh my God, you're afraid of fish now?
No, I'm not afraid of fish.
I mean, I know we had a fun conversation about fish in water a couple weeks ago, but I don't think we're doing that.
No. Nobody, that shall never be spoken of again. What the hell's wrong with you?
Did you know you're drinking it too?
No. Yeah, no. Good night, everybody.
So translation, Mike does not like caviar.
Yeah, no, not at all.
He doesn't like the high quality caviar.
High quality.
But yeah, hopefully everybody's doing well today. So we got some interesting topics to talk about. And first of all, if you haven't seen my Twitter X post, guys, I got some bad news.
Well, no.
I finally decided I was going to endorse a candidate, because I've seen an X for the last like 30 days or whatever. I'm so sick and tired of it. Is all these Hollywood elites that got billions of dollars and all that crap saying, yeah, I'm endorsing blah, 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 or I'm leaving if blah, 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 blah. So I have decided that I've officially endorsed Money Mike here for president. And, so congratulations, Mike. I'm endorsing you. If you don't win, I'm just going to go, beat Elon to Mars before he gets there, so that's okay. What?
No.
Yeah.
No. The only way you could beat Elon to Mars is if you changed your background from the beach to Mars.
No. All I think of you as is Brewster's Million. No, I don't vote for me. Don't vote for me. I don't wanna. South Park did that too. South Park did it with Mr. Garrison running against Hillary. I don't know if you've seen that one. He's like, "Don't vote for me. I'm an asshole. I'm horrible." And then Hillary's like, "Everything he said is untrue. He's a liar." He's like, "What are you doing? I'm trying to give you the election."
Well, Hillary's never been that smart, so.
But no, it was such a funny skit because I think of Brewster's Millions where he's like, "Don't vote for me. Don't vote for me. I don't care. I'm an a-hole." He's like, "I don't want this position. I waste every time," and then he wins it anyway.
Yep.
I was like, "Oh man."
Ladies and gentlemen, the real Loop is in the building.
Oh. So you mean you got your tentacles? What?
No, this Loop does not need tentacles. Thank you. Yeah, no. Nope. Nope.
But anyway, yeah, you guys aren't alone. It's just like the ads. I'm sorry if you're watching my ads and you happen to see politics. I have no control on that, but just think we got 2 weeks left and this crap's over with, unless people drag it out media-wise, and I was like, bleh.
Well, the media always drags it out.
Yeah,
don't they?
I mean, it's crazy. So I haven't been on Facebook for a while because I don't give a shit about Facebook, but I've been on it just briefly, talked to a couple people. And literally, it's just politics or political divide, where people are like, "Well, if you vote for such and such, I don't want nothing to do with you. If you vote this," I'm like, this is what's destroyed families. This is what's destroyed everything. People used to be able to sit down and talk about things, and now it is literal disdain and vitriol towards each other. It's completely destroyed families. And it's like, but then you look at it and it's like, you watch the news. You see these commentators, you see all that. They're a major contributor to this fiasco. They're to blame because they have turned everybody against you. The politicians have. So you watch these families that once used to have Thanksgiving dinners together. Now it's like 3 or 4 Thanksgiving dinners together because everybody wants to, start a fist fight at the dinner table. It used to be who gets the drumstick. Now it's, oh, you're voting for such as. It's like, I miss the old days, Mike, when people didn't give a damn about that, where you could be on the vote for somebody that somebody else in your family didn't approve of, and it wasn't a war at the dinner table. Well, I miss those days.
Yeah, and again, the thing of it is the thing I've been saying for the last year and a half that I've been on the show. When we were kids, we were taught, you don't talk about how much money you make. You don't talk about who you're voting for, or you like.
You used to. There's more temperament when we were younger.
Well, right, but like our parents and grandparents and stuff, I don't ever remember my mom. I think the only thing my mom ever said was that she was always a Democrat, and that's fine. Whatever, okay.
My grandma was that way. I was a moderate. And to this day, I'm still moderate. But we still talked about things, and you know what? What we found. Most of the time we wanted the same damn things, but we had different opinions on how to get there. And that's what I remember growing up as a kid.
Yeah.
Now, if it's either you're with us or against us, and that's destroyed families. And it's awful. It's awful. We should be able to sit there and I miss great conversations with my grandma, even though I may have not always agreed with her. But I loved just sitting there having coffee with her, and we just talked about things. Then we find out, holy crap, we really did have very similar ideology. It was just how you got there.
Yeah.
It was just the mentality and stuff. And then there was times that I, disagree with her, and it was, we agree to disagree, and, we just move on from there. We didn't dwell on it. The landscape has became so difficult, and so my heart goes out to everybody. If you're out there having trouble, with family and friends and stuff, and you've lost friends and family because of this asinine thing called politics, I'm really sorry. My heart goes out to you because I've seen firsthand with people in my own family that have just wrote each other off because of who they voted for. And, you know, that's not what this is about.
Nope.
It really isn't. And so I just wanted to bring that up because I know that it does get depressing, and people are seeing these ads, and you're seeing it on Facebook and Google and fucking YouTube and Rumble and X and Facebook. I mean, you're drowned in it.
Yeah, and the thing is, and I know this has always been the way it's been, at least since I've been alive, and I'm sure longer, that the election's always been November of whatever.
And then it's over with.
Right, but here's the thing. You've got all, like, what would you say, August, September, it really starts ramping up, and then obviously all October, and then into the, what is it, the first Tuesday in November is when the election is?
Usually,
then,
yeah.
Yeah, then like 3 weeks later you have Thanksgiving, and then like a month later you have Christmas.
And it's forgotten. And
it's forgotten, but it's like, oh, who did, like you were just saying, going to Thanksgiving dinner, and maybe politics comes up and whatever, and it's like, who did you vote for? Why did you vote for this person? Or why? And then that's where all the food fights start at Thanksgiving over politics.
And it's true, and
it's stupid. It's lame.
But I feel like, in my opinion, it's been the last 2 decades that it has slowly deteriorated every election year. Every year it's just been a stair step, and we're at the point now, and me and Mom were having a discussion, it's at the point now you're afraid to say who you vote for. You're afraid you're no longer proud of your choice because you're afraid of what everybody else around you is going to think, or if a bunch of people are going to suddenly intimidate or beat you up because you voted not the way they wanted. And it's sad.
Yeah. So back in 2020, when we had the last election, Karen, at that time, because of the pandemic and everything else, Karen and I voted by mail. They gave, I don't know, I think some Facebook page or something had a sticker like, I voted by mail or whatever, just to show that you vote, you know, to share that you could. But in that post, I didn't say who I was voting for. I just said, hey, I voted, I made a choice. That's it. That's all you need to know.
But it used to be you could be safely to talk about it, but you can't.
It used to be you can't anymore, because that's what starts arguments. Like, oh, you voted for the orange tangerine, or oh, you voted for the crazy woman, or whatever. Oh my God, it's the end of the world because your one vote is going to destroy the world. No! It's going to be the Electoral College. It's going to be whatever the majority vote is that ends up happening in November.
Yeah, like I saw people on X post this, if I see anybody that voted for Trump, I'm going to block them and all this. And I'm like, oh, good Lord. That intimidates people.
Was that before or after block changed? Because block changed, not chained. Block changed. But I don't look. Okay, yes, going to extremes. Can I go to extremes? Absolutely. I go to extremes all the time. When I was a kid, I chose Transformers over G.I. Joe.
Yeah.
Do I not like G.I. Joe? No, it's just not. It wasn't the choice that I did. Did I choose DC animation over Marvel animation? Yes. I will defend that decision to this day. Did I choose Marvel live action over DC live action? Have I seen them both? Yes, but I choose Marvel live. But my point is, you can make a choice and stick with it without having to have everyone else
and so
be so to the point of, oh my God, you made that choice, you're the worst person in the world.
Like NZ said, NZ
NZ.
Yeah, NZ. We'll just call him NZ because of the way it's spelled. Do like Anna said, use your voice. He said to vote for the person who'll make you so you don't need to be afraid what you want to say. ... And then he says so not.
In parentheses, so not. Yeah.
But that's, the opinion there. But because I have to stay neutral and everything. But my thing with it is, he's right. You shouldn't be afraid.
No.
You should never be afraid. That's what's happened now. People are now afraid of losing friends, family. They're afraid of being blocked or being blacklisted. It's wrong. It should never be this way. And I don't remember it like this. Me and you, Mike, have been here 44 years on this planet. I don't remember 20 years ago it ever being like this.
Well, okay, so let's see if I have this right.
Well, 20 years ago would have been...
No, it was Bush.
Yeah, Bush Jr.
Yeah, so from the point of Bush Sr., Bush Sr. in the late 80s to the 90s, to Clinton, to Jr., to Obama, to Trump, to Old Man Joe, and now whoever's going to get it again, whether that be Trump's second term or Kamala's first term. I gotta say, everything so far that I've been seeing, unless I've been seeing the wrong things out of the Orange campaign, he seems to be more focused on the work and less focused on the theatrics. That first time around, he was all theatrics.
And you're probably not wrong, but I mean,
if I'm wrong. That's fine, but
But if you think about it, okay, growing up in the 90s, Bush Sr., I feel like did an okay job. I wasn't super impressed. Clinton, we were running into non-deficit. We were close to a surplus during his time, but that would have been part of his policies and Bush Senior's. Then we had we had all the wars we had to do because of 9/11 under Bush Jr., the collapse of the housing market because we had too much free money out there. Banks were just giving money away, those subprime predatory loans. I mean, you had a lot of that. And my thing was, after that, when we got our first big depression for the new generations, or recession. I considered a depression because a lot of people lost freaking jobs, but it was a recession. And it was around the time that I was still struggling. I feel like after that, it's just steadily got worse. And NZ says, I'd argue it's his first term reduce. And that's true.
It is, but it's still like, I guess what I meant to say was it's his second time. If he wins, it'll be his second time in office overall. Probably right. Absolutely. Like I said, there was too many theatrical things and too many things that they weren't whatever for allowing him to actually be the president. Kind of.
But here's my issue with this, Mike. And people can disagree, and I respect that. I feel like it's been more political theatrics the last 20 years. No, actually, maybe the last 16. Maybe, Bush Jr. didn't really have it. So from Obama, Trump, Biden, it's all been political theatrics between all the senators, all the House members, all the presidents, everything. It's all been theatrics, and there's been so much stupidity, and it made you question, who are these guys really here for? And I can tell you it's big money and lobbyists. They're not here for people you vote for, but that's where I'm like, if people just use their heads and realized that they don't give a shit about the little guy. They just thank you for paying all your taxes and have a nice day. Keep your nose clean. And that's it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's it. And there's a lot of decisions that impacted my life in the last several terms that I absolutely hated. But you just could watch. It's just a slippery slope that it's just degraded over the years, and it's changed how a lot of people look at politics. And they feel like, I remember sitting there with an old friend. She was upset. It was 2016. Trump had won. Was shocked. The world was shocked. And I sat there with her and she says, I'm worried what's going to happen to me. And she was on disability and stuff. And I said, first of all, so you got to remember, Congress is part of it too. I said, number two, I said, nothing's going to happen to you. It'll be business as freaking usual. Yes, there's going to be theatrics. There's going to be drama. But how much does it impact you on a day-to-day? Other than how much you pay in taxes and if you're going to get some help because you're disabled or you're on Medicare or Medicaid, you know, or on disability. That's some serious factors on it, especially with prices. But I said, it's business as usual.
Yeah. And I don't know what it was like in the 80s during my childhood, but I don't remember either. Well, what I'm getting at here is about the disability stuff, because I am disabled and I do have benefits through SSDI and all that stuff. Since I took over the benefits as an adult in 1999, so for the past 25 years, the only time that my benefits have changed is if something in my life changed. Or unless the COLA changed. If the COLA went up, the thing went up like 3%. If it went down 3% or 10% or whatever the hell it is. Like, but nothing so far. And they have, none of these presidents in the past 16 years have introduced something so horrible to Social Security that it would screw over any disabled person.
Yeah, it's now is it true that they need to be worried about sustainability? Sure. But also the same thing is how much of it is actually being erroneously spent. And that's the problem with politics is you need more accountants in there. You don't need lawmakers. You need accountants in there to sit there and look at what we're spending it on. And you're probably going to find that a lot of it is true waste spinning or going to somebody's pocket. It's always that way. But, you know,
unfortunately.
And this is not typically your politics show. I'm just bringing this up because I know you're seeing this everywhere. I know I've had a lot of people say, oh my God, you're just getting political ads, which I can't help. I've seen this on X. I've seen it everywhere. So just know, guys, you ain't alone. I mean, that, you know, you ain't alone. I'm sick of it. I'm be glad when after the election's over. So we got a few years of peace and quiet, hopefully, as long as you don't pay attention to 24/7 news, because 24/7 news is a pariah and you can't really
24/7 news
is the worst thing we ever had happen.
I mean,
it really is.
It's nice in one aspect only: emergencies. If something like you're asleep in the middle of the night and all of a sudden the entire West Coast falls off the country or something, like, you know, that kind of emergency. Or obviously we have emergency warning systems and things like that in place, but like I don't know, like I don't know how you stay sane, honestly, looking at all the news that you look at half the time. I'm like, I stopped doing that years ago. Do I pay attention to stuff? Yes. Do I pay attention to the real news in the real world? Yes. I'm not looking at every single murder story or every single robbery or every single whatever. I'm not doing that either. No, but I'm saying, like, that's also a part of 24-hour news, is that it's not just the politics stuff, it's everything. And it's even the weather's depressing. Like,
it is.
From local news to national news to sports, weather, like, there are no... Because with the news, and this has been going on since the news was first ever created, if it bleeds, it leads. That's been a saying for decades now. And it doesn't necessarily mean that, oh my God, the news is bleeding, or oh my God, this is a bleeding. It's more a bleeding edge type story kind of thing.
I know what you're saying.
Like, it's not saying like blood's gonna start dripping down. Oh my God,
we're not playing blood sports here. We're not watching House 1 or whatever it was. Was it House 1 with the bleeding walls and stuff? Or I think so. I was like, oh God.
No. But what was it? Oh, the thing. Now I have not factually look this up, but somebody shared something on Instagram to one of the group chats I'm in, where it was this headline from somewhere saying Marvel or Disney has shelved the Blade movie. It has been taken off of their release schedule. And it's got this giant picture of Wesley Snipes. And my first comment to the group chat was, okay, this was the movie that they were working on to reboot Blade. It's the fault of whoever posted that. I don't know if it was IGN, but I'm just going to use them because they usually do stupid shit like that. Whoever posted that image, that's their fault. And the person that was supposed to reboot Blade, the actor, Mahershala, whatever it is, I've never heard of him. Like, no clue. But like, again, we live in this clickbait world where what's going to get you a click on your news story link about the Blade movie being shelved than a giant picture of Wesley Snipes' face, even though he had nothing to do with the reboot. Here's hoping Ryan Reynolds can get Blade 4 made.
Well, that's what I was thinking, because when you were talking about that, I saw that too this morning. I saw that they were talking about how Blade was canceled, and honestly, this opens the doorway because Wesley Snipes is willing to do another Blade movie. This opens the door. I'm sure he's in tip-top shape. He could probably do a couple more Blade movies.
Yep.
And honestly, that's probably the best way they can go. Honestly, with it. I mean, you're going to have some changes here and there, but at least Wesley Snipes has always been the man when it comes to Blade. And I honestly, without Wesley Snipes, there is no Blade.
I mean, the only other version of Blade I knew was the animated version in Spider-Man the Animated Series, but that was just kind of like a one or two shot.
Right, yeah, there was only 2 episodes of it. But that's what I'm getting at. There's only one Blade. There only will ever be one Blade, and that's Wesley Snipes. Because he knew how to play Blade.
Yep.
And that's...
So from Games Radar, as MCU Blade reboot is removed from Marvel's release schedule, everyone is making the same joke about one line from Deadpool and Wolverine.
Well, yeah, and he said it. And
there's only been one Blade. There's only ever
they've been in production for years, Mike.
Yeah.
And they keep losing directors. They keep rebooting scripts. They have no idea what the hell they're doing at Marvel with it.
Yeah, no, I know.
And so,
absolutely.
At this point, they need to just pack it in. Call Wesley Snipes up. I'm sure, he would be more than happy to do a couple more Blade movies, because he's still a very healthy guy. Get it done.
Oh, again, like, it goes back to the clips right before.
And Ryan Reynolds has even pushed it. I've been following Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah.
He's been pushing to get.
He's been pushing Blade 4.
Blade 4, yes. And possibly more than that, because he got Hugh Jackman to stay, and Hugh Jackman was done with the Wolverine.
Yeah.
And now he's staying until he's 90.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Took one ad. Hey, Hugh, how'd you like to come back for Wolverine? Sure, Ryan. That was the one ad that it took, and then obviously the joke about staying till he's 90, etc., etc. Same thing with Wesley and Blade, but like what I kept seeing on Instagram was whatever interview he did where Wesley says, "So I got a call from Ryan Reynolds, and we hate each other, and we've been playing that joke for the last 20 years, blah blah blah." But when you get a call from Ryan Reynolds, you take the call, and he said, I want to bring you back as Blade in Deadpool and Wolverine. And he's like, well, I don't know how the hell you're going to get that to work. If you can get them to all say yes. And Disney said yes. Marvel said yes. Everybody said yes. And here we are,
Ramcraft thinks Michael B. Jordan could do it. I agree.
No.
But I think it's too hard to replace Wesley Snipes because of how much bad luck they've had with it.
See, the problem is, Ram, is that there are no, like, what is Wesley in his 70s?
Close to 70s. I can tell you.
He's in his 70s
I can
now,
fact check,
All right, well, while you're fact checking me,
62. So he could do.
Okay,
He could easily do 2 more Blade movies, and then maybe he's done.
So he's 62 now. When he was making the original Blade movie, it released in 98, so let's say he made it in 97. He was 35 years old when he made that Blade movie. But Wesley Snipes at 35 in 1998 looks a hell of a lot more adult than half of the young-looking adult actors today. Do I agree with Ram about Michael B. Johnny Storm fantastic for being able to play? I don't know about that. They'd really have to bulk him up and change his whatever.
But they could bulk him up. That's the thing.
They can. Yeah, you can bulk
Hollywood
up
magic, man. You eat the right foods, you work out, you have to do that. I mean, they talked about how some of those actors will lose 60 pounds in 2 months.
So we are planning, folks, for next year on Studio 2009, we are planning the 20th anniversary of Batman Begins. We're going to cover all 3 movies in the Dark Knight trilogy from Christopher Nolan in one podcast next year on Studio 2009. And the only reason why I'm bringing this up is because on Instagram, I've been seeing, I don't know what account it is, but I've been seeing these behind the scenes, and I'm sure it's all of the DVD features that were on all the DVDs from years ago that have just been ripped into Instagram reels. But like literally, Christian Bale, he was less than wire thin. Like before he got, like Nolan was saying, he wanted Christian Bale, but Christian Bale just got off a movie where he starved himself for God knows how long. I forget which movie it was. I don't think it was Memento, but it was something where literally the dude looks thinner than a freaking, like, here. He looked thinner than my microphone wire here.
Yeah, I remember that.
Like, yeah.
But that just depends on, it's Hollywood magic.
But what I'm saying is, but guess what? He starved himself for that role. Oh, he bulked up for Batman. He immediately.
Hugh Jackman does that too.
Yeah.
Have you seen Hugh Jackman when he's not playing Wolverine? He looks like a toothpick.
Yep.
So I mean, it's all Hollywood magic and maintaining that. I mean, if you wanted to be a fat guy in Hollywood, you could eat anything you want and go crazy, and then your next role is to be this skinny built guy. Guess what? Hollywood magic, baby. You're gonna hate yourself. Your body's gonna hate you, but you can drop that 200, 300, 400, 500, 600 pounds, and next thing you know,
I wish
you're skinnier.
Yeah.
I mean, and Rampress says he needs to take Whistler's role and let Michael B. Jordan approve. I think he just needs to stick with it, and then once he's done, it's done. Just like Han Solo is done with Harrison Ford. I mean, Harrison Ford's out of the game. He don't want anything. There's not going to be anything else. I'm just kind of at that point because you're not going to... I just don't think you're going to find people to replace them accurately.
Yeah. And again, they could instead, like, again, this Blade reboot that got shelved. If it was a reboot with a younger guy, which it was supposed to be, and it was going to tell, hopefully it didn't tell the same story, or maybe it modified it a little bit or did something to it or something. Yeah, sure, fine, whatever. Because let's face it, folks, everything that Kai and I grew up with in the 80s is kind of all in retirement now because of it's been 40 freaking years. And, you know, we need new, this is why we need new ideas or new concepts for films. Like, you can take the Blade character and do something with it, fine. You can take the X-Men and do so. You can do all kinds of stuff with the X-Men. There are mutants all over this world. Just look at Ram. And, you know,
or you.
Hey, that's his comment, not yours.
well, you look like Grizzly Adams. You look like you just wrestled a bear.
Yeah.
All right, so moving. No, go ahead, finish it.
No, good.
Okay.
No, it's all
so
right.
moving on. Not Google. It was Netflix. There was an article I saw that Netflix has canceled their gaming service already.
Yes. Honestly, I never even tried it. so I don't know what it was like. I don't
Neither
know
did
how
I.
it worked.
And
Never
it didn't
tried
sound
it.
like it
I
really
never-
was terrible, but I don't think, I
It
feel
didn't
like,
sound like it was super popular either.
I don't think it just sold. I don't think it, they marketed it well. I don't think they really pushed it. I don't think they really tried to push it like they did with their rentals or their streaming service or anything. I feel like it was, I had to think about that. They didn't, they just didn't push it.
Well, again, correct me if I'm wrong, you or anybody in the audience, didn't the gaming thing happen like just as they were phasing out the DVDs? Like literally you could still order. Okay. I remember now. Yeah, before Netflix went to full streaming, you could order DVDs or games or both. And obviously it's mail order, it'll come to your house, you can play it in whatever system you have available, blah 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 blah. Well, when I think of online games, Netflix was never a platform that I would have ever gone to.
You think of Game Pass with Xbox or Steam or Epic Games. You don't think of Netflix for games. So I think it was just poor marketing, guys. There was nothing there. And you didn't even see influencers to really talk about either. So I think it was pretty much DOA.
Pretty much.
So there was not much there. So next topic we're going to talk about is, Mike, we're in the wrong business. We're in the wrong business, man. Dexerto on X has spent the last several days covering news. This news: Asmongold finally cleans his kitchen before and after, and it shows all these forks and mold and all this stuff in the sink, and then it shows a spotless kitchen. I'm like, really? This is what makes news now? Asmongold learns how to clean his kitchen? Really? That's the news? And today it was another one. Asmongold cleans his living room, and then you see the light of day. And I was like, since when are we glorifying cleaning freaking houses? I mean, I was waiting for, remember Big Daddy, the movie?
Yeah.
I wiped my own ass. Dexter says, guess what? Such and such wipes his own ass. I was like, I'm like, is this news journalism now? Is this entertainment now?
But see, that's the thing. Dexardo and Asmongold and all these other people that I've never heard of, I don't pay attention to them because that's not news to me. That's a Facebook update. That's a Twitter post. That's a hey, guess what, guys? I'm healthy again, which means I can actually do stuff for myself, which, as someone who is at times very unhealthy because of brain damage, cerebral palsy, and other things, there are plenty of times where I don't always get up and clean every single surface every day, but I do the best that I can. Whatever.
So apparently,
like, I'm not.
So I'm sorry, I got answer Ram. No, he has not been streaming. He's banned on Twitch, and he hasn't been on YouTube. He went on a sabbatical. He went on a life discovery to get healthy and all this stuff. Apparently, wrote these long posts on Reddit. He still posts updates, which is basically, hey, I cleaned my kitchen for the first time. Oh, hey, I'm doing this for the first time. I'm like, yay, it's a grown man that learned how to cook, clean, and wipe his own butt.
But there's, so I don't know what his personal situation is, but there are plenty of people that can't cook or clean because of disabilities and things like that.
It was a disability, it's just he never did. It was laziness. And he streamed like 10 hours a day or whatever, and he was a multi-millionaire, and there's a time where you live too humble, where you live, bro, he had roaches crawling on him.
I remember. No, never
I
again.
mean, I could not. I mean, that just tells me that there was some problems there all along. If you had roaches climbing you were okay living in filth. But the fact that we are glorifying this like we're cleaning. That's my issue at Dexerto and everybody. We're literally glorifying somebody that has not been able to do this because for whatever reason, it's like,
yeah, that's my problem.
Why?
Because blowing this up.
Everyday person, you who are also disabled, still cook your own meals. You still do your own stuff. It doesn't matter. I still do my stuff. I still do everything. I work a job, come here and stream, and then I try to do some chores here and there. You know, I do have help because I run out of time because, you know, juggling 2 jobs and trying to do that. And gardening, it's a hell of a lot of work. But I don't need trumpets. I don't need a carpet rolled out. I don't need Dexerto to write a giant post about, oh my gosh, he cleaned his house. It's like, no.
That's not news.
News is like Netflix canceling its gaming service. And that's the thing. And like I said, I no disrespect to Asmongold. I don't know his situation. I know he's a multimillionaire. I know he said some things. I know he's on some journey of self-alignment. But the thing with it is, did this really have to be news? Is this really a thing? And Ramcross says maybe his new content will be trad wife life. Yeah, he could be. He could. I don't know.
I was gonna say, and you should know this better than anybody, Mr. Accountant by day, content creator by night. That meeting could have been an email. That saying, Dexerto doing that. He didn't have to. It's one of those things where
they didn't have to say anything. They just took a copy of his Twitter post that he did. That's it.
So there are plenty of things that I retweet, and I will still call it retweeting because it is still Twitter. There are plenty of things that I retweet, and I just retweet them so my audience can see them on the platform. I don't add a comment. I don't add anything, and I'm only retweeting stuff that I like or that I think is going to be interesting or whatever else. But like, wow.
I mean, all I want to do is Dotson, we got Dotson here. See, nobody gives a shit.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I thought you were supposed to find the Dotson Phasmo.
That's pointing at you like, oh, we got Dotson here.
Oh, yeah, I'll give you Dachshunds.
Dotson. You know, the guy from Jurassic Park. Dotson.
Yeah. No.
You know, the one guy that says, see, nobody cares. I was going to say, you forgot Jurassic Park. Oh my God, that is a famous meme, man. That is like a famous meme.
I have seen that movie once in 30 years. 32 years.
Next time Jurassic Park's up, we're watching all of them.
No, we're not.
We're watching 1, 2, and 3.
I already did it.
We'll call.
No, we didn't. Did we do 3? We did the No, my buddy Dave and I, because Dave is a big Jurassic Park guy. He's a big dinosaur guy, so he likes.
Yeah, I'm a dinosaur guy. No, you're gonna watch it with me again.
No, I'm not. Mm-hmm. I've already got podcast content out of it. I don't need to watch it again. I'm good.
You're gonna watch it again.
No, I'm not. Hell no.
Yes, you are. Yes, you will.
No, I'm not. That's what Do Not Disturb on my phone is for. On PC.
So, you know what, Mike? Die Hard will always be a Christmas movie. See, you could have sold me on that and said, well, you know, maybe if you stop harassing me on Die Hard being a Christmas movie, I could have said, okay, then we're going to watch these. But no!
I already watched it, though.
I've
already seen it.
But you said you don't remember some of those memorable lines. Because, you didn't say the magic word.
Yeah. I'll give you a magic word. Jurassic Park. What episode was that? Was that episode 68, I think, of Studio 2009? If I remember correctly.
Which was like 20,000 years ago. In Mike time.
Well, it was like 30 episodes ago.
Close enough.
Was it? Yeah, close enough.
Yeah, it's close enough.
No, so I was 13 when Jurassic Park came out in 93.
So was I.
I know that. I'm saying when I was 13 in 93, when the movie came out, yes, I was right. 30th anniversary, Jurassic Park, episode 68, year 2009, December 17th, 2023. So almost a year ago we did that episode. But I was 13. I was growing out of my dinosaur phase, and Jurassic Park just wasn't in my wheelhouse at the time. And I've honestly, last year was the first time I'd ever fully seen the whole movie. So I'm good. I've seen it. It's okay. Some things stuck, a lot of things didn't. What else we got? What'd you do now? Oh God! Now I gotta go look at the thing on YouTube because I don't know what the hell he did. God, what did you do? What did you do? No! 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 No!
And Rarcross says, I'm slowly learning that Mike's movie catalog sucks.
No, shut up! The fuck is wrong? Oh my!
Oh, that's
Ram,
beautiful.
you better come on this. You better come on after the show because no, it doesn't suck. Thank you. Let's see here.
So,
Armageddon, Jurassic Park, Metal Gear. Well, that's video game.
yeah, Metal Gear's not a live action. Let's keep it not being a live action.
Yeah, well, you know.
This is Snake.
Mm-hmm.
Can you tell me about Metal Gear?
No.
Do you know Metal Gear?
Yes. But yeah, no, I'm good. I don't need to see more Jurassic Park at all. Oh.
Okay, so next one we're going to talk
next?
about is Conan Exiles. So I have a review I'm slowly trying to finish, and then I just got an update today, so now I've got to add that to the video. I'm like, so, you know, I'm trying to get you guys more reviews and news.
If you would get these reviews out in a timely manner, you wouldn't have to worry about the constant.
Thanks, Mike. Thanks. That's my response to you. Anyway, moving on. So anyway, they did finally address that they are going to work on it. They have no idea when the patch or fix or anything's going to be out. So still, it's still a complete blunder. That's the only update that's different on the review that I'm almost done on. Because here's the thing, I'm trying to also add B-roll to it, Mike. I'm not just sitting there trying to quote news. I mean, I guess I could be like all these other guys that sit there and talk news and they just sit there and read the article and they don't have B-roll and stuff. But I'm like trying to add support to it as we're talking about. So, no, I do have a Conan opinion coming out very soon. Conan Exiles about Age of Zero. I mean Heroes or Zeros. Because it's god awful. Gotta work on it. It's truly not committal. Oh. Well, I gotta still sleep between now and then, Safka. I still need sleep because I also still have to do all the editing for gardening stuff too. So I mean, there is that. And I also got to film tomorrow for gardening stuff before I even stream. So.
Oh jeez.
Yeah.
And the thing about it, Safka, is at this point in my life, after 16 and a half years of podcasting, it'll get done when it gets done. Whether that's today or next week, it doesn't freaking matter to me.
No, because I've got like
I know.
I've got like 3 reviews that I have. Or been working on because I'm trying to draft up B-roll and stuff. Oh, yeah. Safka is talking about Funcom. I thought you said about the video production. What? Yeah, gonna work on it is extremely non-committal with Funcom's response to bugs. Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, and they don't have an ETA on the fix. They don't have anything, and I agree with that. I think Funcom dropped the ball on it. I don't know if upper management told them hurry up and get it out, even though it really wasn't going to impact the sales if they delayed it. But they should have also given responses to the content creators and the beta testers that talked about this stuff being broken from day one with Age of Zeros. But guess what? They didn't listen. people are losing their thralls. This whole living, breathing world that they wanted to do is very lackluster. Yes, they all eat, sleep, drink, get stuck. They fall through the foundation.
They fell through the cracks.
And I'm just like, this is awful. This is not what a good product should be. You're trying to get people to play your game. You're trying to hype up this update. Oh, by the way, did I mention 8-hour time locks on your damn quest? So it takes you 32 hours to finish and get Lufay if nothing bugs. Frey, on the other hand, I think takes 72 hours or some crap, but it's busts half the damn time. And I'm just like, okay, then the thralls are all vanishing, so people get these named thralls like Pokemon that have unique abilities, and they're hard to get sometimes, or it takes a while to cycle through it. Oh, they're gone. You lost it. It phased out of there. And it's ridiculous. And Ramcross says, breaking news, I just did my dishes. Congratulations. Ramcross has done his dishes. So you know what? For that... Yeah.
That was a delayed reaction.
I had to get up the soundboard. I didn't have it up. Yeah. So, I mean, it's... To me, if a game company's going to be trying to update to bring things back, you need to do it right. Especially if it's free. I mean, look at No Man's Sky. They have had so many content releases, big content releases. And yes, there's some bugs, but it's not anywhere comparative to like Conan. And I think that is a big problem because Funcom is a AAA company funded by a lot of big companies such as Tencent and stuff like that. So they have money to do this. They have the capital to do this. Problem is, I don't know who made decisions. I don't know. But this isn't the first rodeo problems with Funcom. I remember a lot of people talking about the Age of Conan, the MMORPG. Funcom would screw stuff up all the time on Age of Conan. Don't know if this is just a Funcom thing, that they don't know what they're doing. They get rushed by the suits. I don't know. Problem is, it's a habitual problem. I like Conan Exiles. You can still pick up for $10. It's dirt cheap. So... cool. I can't complain about that part. What I can complain is the fact that if you're going to release an update, it needs to be somewhat functional and less buggy, or completely functional, depending on how many months you've taken to update it. I can understand that this was rushed in a month. This has been out for a while. Age of War, apparently, around the time I stopped playing, was also severely lackluster, other than the purges and the sieges. The tavern thing is still broken for the most part. So I have a lot that I'm talking about on Conan Exiles. So it's probably going to be a 15-20 minute rant, thoughts, review, because there's a lot of things I think that they could improve, and I think things that this is absolute crap. And so here's the icing on the cake on this. So all these people are losing their thralls. You have all this bug stuff going on. Instead of addressing the community on October 17th, the last response they had before then, and not even official response on Steam, it was, and I will tell you in just a second what, I have to pull it up. This is where I just was like, toss the pen and just like, I'm done. This is stupid. You don't get a pass. Let me pull it up. They finally responded today on their forums that they're trying to get to it. October 21st, 4 days after this complete clusterfuck of an update, expansion, whatever you want to call it, Age of Zeros. Yogtober building contest. It takes a village to scare Yog. The building contest is on. Not a single addressing of people losing their hard-earned thralls. Not a single address of the broken quest. Not a single address in anything. That's what you get. And then in a little section on Funcom's forums, oh, we're aware of the situation, we're working on it. We don't have a date when it'll come out. Literally, the only place, and you had to dive in their forums to find it.
Wow, that's crazy.
I don't understand them. I think
lame and stupid and crazy.
They're dumb.
Yeah, very
I think
dumb.
that is poor PR, poor community management, poor getting it to the players, addressing it. But apparently, it's some bigger YouTubers and that have like 50 times my size, whatever, was beta testing. They said these games were broken. This was not working right. They ignored even those guys. They ignored everybody that brought it up, saying, this is broke, guys. We got some problems. My favorite is watching like the NPCs I'm fighting just stand there like, well, I'm attacking them. I'm like, what are you doing? I got to go back through some streams for some shorts, because like when I fought the giant red mother, the dragon, I'm like, I'm feeling bad. I'm even fighting you. And it's just sitting there roaring. And I'm like, what happened to you? They broke you. They used to be
neutered the dragons.
I'm just sitting there just like, oh, wow. Okay, you're just going to keep roaring. Okay. So slash. I'm like, this cool.
It's like up, down, left, right, select.
I'm just like, wow. They've completely broken boss fights where they just stand there and just say, please beat me already. Please just get your loot and move on. I'm just like, ugh. So no, I'm disgusted. I am absolutely disgusted with this whole thing.
Yeah. It's crazy. And the whole point of especially game development and game companies is that you're making something to sell to people so people can play your game. And you would think that they would be more transparent, like burying we'll get to it when we get to it in some other thing on there. That's like, that should be like the headline. Like, sorry about
should have been on Steam. The main page says we're working on it. We're aware of the complications. Here's how to fix this in the meantime. All this. There's stuff they could have done.
Yep, and it wasn't done. And that's ridiculous. That's lame as hell.
It just reminds me so much of an indie company. A couple of them that actually screw up repeatedly. They screw up a lot. And guess what? Sorry. And you know, they still get a damn pass, and I criticize the hell out of them. We know those guys as the fun pimps. 7 Days to Die. I think the problem with these game companies is they need to learn to take responsibility. They've got to.
Agreed.
And I think that's a pride thing where they won't admit they made a mistake. It's pride. And those are the game companies that'll ultimately hurt themselves to the point that they can't recover. And I'm talking about Funcom, anybody.
Yeah.
I mean, think about how many shitty, buggy releases Blizzard, Activision, and EA has come up with in their AAA. Their sales keep dropping. People aren't buying their Black Ops 6 like they used to. People aren't buying the next Battlefield like they used to. Everything is diminishing. Dragon Age, this new one come out. Less interest in that. Ubisoft, their games are plummeting. Their sales are below margin. They have strikes. Their stock is falling apart. They have no good news out there. Last I heard, they potentially may have completely scrapped Assassin's Creed Shadows, which, you know, the fact that it was getting ready to release in a few months means that they scrapped that. That's a lot of money and labor hours of coding that you just tossed.
Wasted. Just tossed. That's not good.
Voice acting, everything. So I mean, at the end of the day, the sad reality with it is these companies are not learning that the most important thing and the most important element for gaming is, does it entice you? Does it give you escapism? Is it fun? And do you minimize the amount of bugs in your product?
Yep.
Starfield doesn't even pass that check. I mean, within the first map, I had stuff floating midair. In the start, and I'm like, why did this stuff not get tested? And there was a lot of bugs that they found that were not game breaking. It was like, okay, we can take more ammo, we can take money. It's a single player game, it ain't gonna hurt anything. Oh, we got to fix that. We're not going to fix so you're crashing or you're having graphic glitches or you're getting stuck and having to restart your game. Oh no, we're going to fix where people can just basically click down and go through the treasure chest like in Skyrim and steal all the money and loot and then just wait for it to respawn.
Oh my god.
That's what ridiculous. They fixed. That was the last straw for me with Starfield at that point. I'm like, really? We're worried about that? We're worried about you just being able to take loot from a damn chest or fall through the earth on purpose by glitching it so you could go loot the chests that are basically the shop's loot? That's what you're worried about? Not every other broken thing in it, or not fixing the problem where you can't make your own ammo, or not fixing the fact that the game was boring as hell and made me just like, I mean, come on now. That's why these game companies just... It's not the same as it used to be, man.
No. And I hate to say this, and I don't want to be all doom and gloom and everything about this, but like, is the video game industry kind of imploding and going to go away? Because if these game companies keep putting out subpar things, we as the consumer, now I don't buy them, but you do, everybody else that we know that's in our circle, you know, plays these games, buys these games, like, well, time to speak up with your wallets and tell these companies we don't want.
And that's what's going on now, Mike. And that's why they're losing money. And and that's the only way to get through to them.
And that's,
but the problem is their arrogance, the corporate arrogance, is going to cause them to collapse. Not the consumer. The consumer spoke, and it's them basically going, la 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 la, can't hear you under the sound of me making money, la la. That's literally what they're doing.
I don't know what money they're making, but okay, sure.
The CEOs making money, dude. You're gonna tell they're still making billions, millions, whatever the case may be. Those guys aren't the ones hurting.
No, it's everybody else.
Yeah, and they're the ones that are basically ignoring everything. Because they see it, they should be identifying the problem right here and now instead of acting like deer in headlights. Well, I don't know what happened.
Yeah, we weren't aware of this. Yes, you were. Everyone told you.
You were aware of it. So yeah, is the gaming industry on the verge of collapse? I think so. Just like Hollywood, I think both Hollywood and the entertainment industrial complex is on the verge of collapse. Now, can indie guys recover and rebuild something from it? Yeah, they can, as long as they put their egos aside and actually listen to the consumers. I'm not saying consumers are entirely right, but for the most part, we're pretty damn right about stuff. Because...
All right, let's look at this. Yeah, let's look at this. Okay, so movie has a $1 billion budget. Movie makes $3 billion. How do you think it made the $3 billion? How do you think the movie made $2 billion in profit? That's from people going to the theaters and seeing the movie. This is obviously before the pandemic. Endgame. Endgame's a perfect example. Movie made so much money. You know, it's because, yeah, you're right. It's not always consumer driven thing, but really some of these industries need to, you know, focus on that because that's the bottom line, is making sure the consumer is happy with the product, especially video games. Because if you're not happy with it, like, I don't believe in just giving bad reviews to anything just to do it. Like, I'm not going to watch a movie I haven't watched. All right. I'm I'm not going to watch Kingdom of the Crystal Skull because I want to hate play, hate watch. Don't do that stuff. That's lame as hell. That's not being a real.
And see, that's the problem. It pads the numbers when you hate watch. It makes it sound like it's better than it's not. Better just not to watch at all. You know, there's such thing as you can read the reviews from your trusted sources and stuff. And that's the bottom line because Mike said so.
I didn't say a damn thing.
He needs to get some beer cans, crush them, and like Stone Cold.
Are you kidding me? Getting beer in this thing? Are you kidding? Oh god, this takes days to wash out. Hell no.
That's why you just need to shave it off, Grizzly.
Yeah, well, eventually.
I mean, if you're going bald, you could just cut your beard and then just stay.
Luckily, I'm not going bald like you.
Yeah. Hey, I shaved my head off. I was waiting for the day I don't have to worry about the shit growing back.
Me too.
Because turtle wax.
Yep, that's right.
So, the next thing that I have covered, and this was a interesting topic, was the FTC has made its final ruling that you must have a click to cancel rule on their subscriptions. And that was posted, courtesy of Steve Megatron. He posted that on 10/17. Of course, that was after our talk, but I think that's a win for consumerism because I think you should be able to just click cancel and be done with it.
Yep.
You shouldn't have to go through hoops.
And it's funny. It's absolutely hilarious that we're talking about this now because twice today on the desktop app and on the mobile app, Discord popped up, get a 1 month free trial of Nitro. And I'm like, no, not right now. Thank you, though. But it popped up in both places, even though I X'd it out.
Would you like to know more?
No. So, but yeah, no, click to cancel. Yeah. It shouldn't be like, if I go to cancel something, I shouldn't need three, like, yes, click to cancel. Absolutely. You click it, you're canceled, you're done. You get a confirmation that it's been canceled. There's some services where it's like, you clicked the cancel button. Oh my god, you clicked the cancel button.
Are you sure you want to?
Are you sure you want to? It's like 4 screens.
Yeah.
Are you sure you want to? What can we offer you?
Are you sure?
You can do?
Sure
why are you not happy with?
My
why
favorite.
Are you not happy with us?
My favorite is when they put the sad emojis and it makes you sad. Like, and Ramcross says, I hate how you had literally Google how to cancel or delete counts. Oh, those are the worst. It's like,
oh yeah,
like why shouldn't it should just be obvious? Oh, in the upper right corner here, cancel, done. Are you sure when to cancel? Yes, done.
Yep,
that's simple. I mean, you don't.
Yeah,
we don't need all this extra malarkey.
Nope. Like. And they make it so it's like, oh my god, this is your last chance to cancel, or this is your last chance to stay with us, blah, blah, blah. Well, if I wanted to stay with you, number one, I'd stay with you. Number two, if I want to come back and resubscribe at some point, I can do that too. Okay, you know how often I have subscribed and unsubscribed to Audible for audiobooks? I will subscribe to whatever they have, like whatever big, I think right now, as of this live video, the big promotion is you can get it for like 99 cents for the first 3 months or something or other. And yeah, I go in there, I get the books I want, and I cancel it. Or I'll just buy Audible credits straight out. But like the same thing with any subscription service, you can always resubscribe. It's okay. You know, and then they're like, oh, that 5th or 6th screen. Okay, so you really want to cancel. We understand. Why is it you're canceling? And they have like 10 different options of blah, 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 blah. And some of them are like, oh, you didn't have enough options for me, or I found what I wanted to watch elsewhere because you don't have it, because blah, 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 whatever else. And I'm like, Why do I need to give you any reason at all? I just want to cancel the damn service and move on with my life.
I was trying to find this article.
Uh-oh.
So,
folks.
So, never keep your car on cruise control if you're going to get ready to jump out of it.
Oh, no.
So, I was trying to find this article I was looking for earlier, and this hit my feed. And I'm not going, I'm not going to play all of it, but here. All right. This is so dumb, guys. I was trying to find a certain news feed, so I saw that and I'm like, all right. Here's what happens.
Oh no, it's a video.
It says this girl saw a spider in her car and jumped out. Ready for it?
Oh no.
Oh, that's not what I wanted. I don't want sound. Hold on, let me mute the sound.
Oh my! What?
She still had it on cruise control.
Well, at least the car didn't trample her, but
no.
Yeah. Well, okay. We get it.
I was like, what the hell is?
First of all, car enthusiasts, correct me if I'm wrong, but if you take your foot off the no, because it's just steering her. Well, I forget. Cruise control, you have to keep the acceleration up, right?
Mm-mm. You don't have to have your foot on anything.
That's right. Oh, God.
So if you were cruise controlling and you saw something, you just stepped out because you were going slow still, guess what? Even though your foot
not on it,
the only way it takes it out of cruise control is you put your foot on the brake.
Yeah, that's right. I remember now. I don't drive, folks, so that's why
I saw that and I'm like, oh wow. So yeah, that broke me when I saw that. I was like, what?
Oh God.
So like I said, normally I would say that because I was looking for a certain news article I had earlier. And I saw that, and that's why you saw me laughing. Like, what the hell?
Man,
I'm just like, what?
This world is becoming too unintelligible.
I don't
understand.
Yeah. Yeah, I was like, okay, because I'm trying to find a certain relevant article I saw earlier. I can't find it. I was like, wow.
Do you remember what it was?
I had it bookmarked, but I can't find it now. Damn it.
Must not have been that important, folks, huh?
No, it really wasn't. I was just trying to find a certain one, and I have not been able to find it. Yep, I can't find it. Oh well. But no, that was just like, well, okay. First of all, if you're going that slow, why the hell are you even on cruise control?
Yeah, really.
Part of me thinks it's staged, but at the same time, I don't think it's staged.
Yeah, I don't think it's. I don't know.
I'm like,
I don't know how well that could be staged. That's the
AI, maybe. See, that's the problem. So you don't think that
no. Self-driving isn't that smart yet.
No, I'm talking about AI making that imagery.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So remember when we talked about how AI can change things? How do we not know that's just something that somebody wrote on an AI of making somebody step out of a moving vehicle and then how do you not know that that's fake anymore? That is a downside with AI. Just like how nice this image is back here behind me, that is AI. It was actually done with Filmora AI. I needed a quick background for Orcasaurus' stream, so I said, give me a tropical island behind me. Give me 3 things. This looks like a real picture.
Yeah, it's not. Which is funny because you're like, give me a tropical island behind me, and my first thought is, okay, to the right of him or to the left of him is some sort of trailer with some sort of Beastie Boy in it that's trying to sing really, really bad song.
And Ramcross says there's a ton of self-driving vehicles here. Yeah, that's called Teslas.
Yeah. Yep. I mean, the self-driving stuff is getting better, but it's not to full automation yet. It just isn't.
Yeah.
And I swear that Tesla event that they had recently, everything, the 2 major things I saw at that event, the robot butlers or the robot waiters or whatever, and then the bus, literally is from iRobot 20 years ago. That bus, that Tesla bus that they showed off is literally the bus with the robots.
Oh, they're not Teslas. Oh.
Well, there are other electric cars. Yeah. But and there are other car companies trying to get the self-driving
and the poll
thing.
got finished too, Mike.
Yeah. No.
A lot of people.
I already sold my soul once. I'm not selling it again.
Oh, look at that. 66% yes. For just
but
Jurassic Park.
Ladies and gentlemen, I've already seen Jurassic Park. You can go to Studio 2009.
No, don't matter.
Yep.
It does not matter.
No, it matters.
Nope. Everything that guy just says bullshit.
Thanks, Vinny.
I know everything you say is bullshit.
No, he's talking about you.
No, he's talking about you.
No, sorry.
No, he's talking about you. No, he's talking about you.
How about no?
He's talking.
Yeah.
Shit. Yeah, no, I'm good. I saw it last year. I don't need to see it again. It was a good movie. I liked it. There's a whole podcast about it. It was a good movie. I liked it, but I do not need to see it again. We did do an episode for the Lost World Jurassic Park, the sequel. We stopped after that.
Lost World was stupid. The third one actually wasn't terrible, but yeah, the second one was like, okay. But the one, have you done Austin Powers?
We haven't done it recently. I think we did it a long time ago. I can add that to the schedule for next year.
Yeah. The trilogy.
Yep.
And Ramcross says there are Waymo, they're driverless cars. They drive people around like Uber. Oh.
Yeah, it's Waymo. Yeah, Waymo. Yeah, but I was specifically meaning the actual self-driving cars that people could actually also drive as well. But yes. But what Tesla unveiled was the self-driving taxis and the self-driving taxi van. That's what that event was. The robo-taxi is what they called it. But yeah, no, Ram, I know all of Waymo and all that, and that's just weird to me. I would rather have a taxi cab driver, an actual human being in the car. As someone who doesn't drive, I would rather have, hey, how you doing? Thanks for picking me up. I need to go here. Thanks for the ride. Here's your money. Here's whatever, whether it's whatever, and just get in.
So I've been, and then I guess kind of talking about topics here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking what we're gonna do.
Uh-oh.
So I've been looking at the channel, kind of what I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
And I like to talk shows. We're going to try to get some more VTubers on here to do more interviews with them.
Absolutely.
Try and also get set up to where I can have a little bit better talk studio. I'm still working on that.
Mm-hmm.
And then we'll be restreaming once that's done on multiple platforms. Sorry, I didn't mean to yawn. I apologize. It's been a long day at work, and plus, not sleeping as well as I should. So, we're not going to have a full 2-hour stream tonight.
Oh no, I have to watch. I have to watch the holiday special in the morning. So
yeah,
I'm not watching the Star Wars holiday special before bed tonight.
Yes, I was unfortunately not planning a full stream. So sorry if you were expecting 2 hours tonight. Just trying to get back to swing of things and work and sleep and so yeah, I'm gonna try to work on reviews. I'm gonna try to do news. If you've got thoughts on stuff you would like to see more, I'm doing talk shows, and we're not talking about let's plays. We're not talking about multiplayer games. We're still gonna do that. That's still gonna be part of the whole thing. But if you like to see more of the first looks, if you want to see more reviews, if you want me to have more interviews on here on this channel, please let me know. Looking at, like I said, trying to get arranged some time to get some VTubers on, maybe get some more prominent ones on too. That'd be really cool, especially since they have a lot of stories to share. Also gonna try to figure out how I want to arrange the channel's playlist section, because there's a way you can categorize stuff for its reviews, maybe guides, maybe updated news, like I just talked about news article. And on news articles, do you really give a damn if it's just me talking about the news in my opinion, or are you wanting to see flashy B-roll the entire time or stuff? Let me know what you want in the comments, because I'm trying to gauge my audience to see kind of what more they're wanting from me coverage. Because if you just want to hear my opinion or the updated news, then I pretty much sky's the limit. I can pretty much do like some of the other guys where, you know, whether I'm on camera or not, I can talk about it. I'm just trying to figure out the best way to do this for you, my audience, because I appreciate everything you guys do and hanging out and watching. So I'm just trying to figure out. So, you know, comments definitely helps on that. There will be some role play story stuff. I'm working on a Kenshi and CK3 story setup. I'm also working on a Project Zomboid, so that stuff's been kind of eating some time, as I know it should be fun. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. And I'm just trying to pick everybody's brains and see what more you want to see. Yes, there will be some more Conan streams. We're not done with Conan. It'll be this weekend, hopefully. What I'm thinking. So that's kind of where we're at. Really appreciate you all hanging out with us tonight. Special thanks to TFG1Mike and GeekCast Radio for supporting the show, coming on here, hanging out. And Ram Process, just have your gameplay in the background. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Because otherwise it'll take forever trying to edit. And not that I'm trying to be lazy with editing, but news changes like the wind.
Yep.
That's the problem. And I think that's why a lot of big channels sit there and they'll read the article and have like their avatar, or they'll have something, and they just do that, and it's a one-stop shop, and it's here, bam, 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 done. They don't try to throw in all sorts of B-roll and edit it, because the news changes too damn fast, and and by the time you get it out, it's probably already old. And I mean, that's, and it's not like it's a Gundam or something where you're sitting there doing parody. So yeah, you're going to edit it, and you're just going to come out the video like once or twice a week or every 2 weeks, and you're going to basically have, it's basically making fun of a news article that's a funny 20-minute parody. You know, it's I don't, you know, nothing like that. So, but no, special thanks. Next week will be next Wednesday's Dragon Lair will be on Wednesday, October 30th. So we will do a Halloween theme for that show.
I've been wearing my costume for a year and a half. I'm good.
Yeah, I know. Budget Ben, you can't really get yourself an Obi-Wan hood or something, but we're gonna have some fun here. October 30th. We're gonna dress up, and we're probably gonna look at, see what we can find, haunted houses design or costumes or some things like that. if you're on the Discord and you're doing Halloween, maybe we'll, rate your costume or something, kind of see what it looks like. So there's a lot of different fun things we can do for next week. That's not on Halloween. So I kind of want to do some fest. I want to do more of that engagement too in the future.
Yeah.
Mike's like, oh, I've got my costume. I know that he's all for the festivities and stuff here too. Yeah. So,
I'm just not gonna go out and try to find a costume that's gonna fit me for one time.
Bro, do you think anything's gonna fit my size? No. Come on now. Bro, we're about the same size, so I don't care what you're saying.
That monocle fit pretty good, so
yeah, that's true. that is true. But the tie was kind of tied around the neck. Just saying.
Yeah, well.
But anyway, thanks for watching, guys. You guys are awesome. I'm also gonna try to see if I can experiment to timestamp this. Feel free to smash that like button if you haven't yet. That helps the show. And with that, get you all. Right. Still a delay.
It's okay.
I was yawning too much. I can't.
Yeah, no, it's